Hey, Bill. Hey, ProWorks. Thanks for having me. What a great series you all are putting on. My hat's off to everybody that's played, and that's what we need right now is more music and more stories. My name is Rob Garner, and I met Bill Seymour a number of years back at Martin Guitars, and what can I say? Since then, it's just been a good friendship. And, see Bill up at other friends like Rick Hearn's mill up in Oxford, Pennsylvania, and, we discuss what's going on, but I would just look around and go and look at all this great tradition. Look at all these beautiful inlays and from ProWorks on some of the guitars that were on display. And I've seen this work for years, from the Duke of Pearl and from Larry's work, working with Martin Guitars for many years. And I just, my hat's off to Bill and continuing to work with the company and bringing it forward. We need to keep tradition alive, and in order to do that, we need to be innovative, and we need to move forward with solutions that are sustainable around natural resource management. And I think PearlWorks has done just a spectacular job of continuing the tradition and keeping artisans in the front lines. And here we go. So I have a company called ForestBased Solutions in Bethesda, Maryland, not far from PearlWorks. And for the last 25 years, we pioneered sustainability of tonewood species, particular in sustainable forest management programs around the world, focusing on ebonies and rosewoods and mahogany and cedar and maple and spruce and temperate forests. And, there's just nothing like being out in the forest and bringing a guitar with you and, cutting down an ebony tree with the forest workers and saying, this wood is directly linked to these guitars, and this wood will go into these guitars. And, there's nothing like it. They just light up. Tradition is incredibly important to forest dependent people, and, understanding culture and, how they interact with natural resources and the forests that we deem critically important for keeping music alive and tone woods. And I consider myself a dendromusicologist. I've been a bass player for over 35 years and played music all over the world with all kinds of people. Tradition, culture, people, music is all at the key linkages between my work and working with forests and working with tone woods at the forest level. And music is always the key link. And it's the same for looking at inlays and guitars and natural resource management and how beautiful these elements of artistry bring to a guitar. And let me just say, I have a Martin guitar with me. It's not a very fancy one, but it's one of their performance models. It's got a Indian rosewood Dalbergia latifolia back and sides, and a mahogany Swietenia macrophylla neck, and it's got a Picea spruceana, top, solid spruce top. But remember, I'm a bass player, so some of those fancy guitars, I love them. But heck, I'll just have to deal with this one. I'm going to play a little tune here called Wreck on the Highway. Who did you say it was, brother, who died on the way? When I heard a wreck on the highway, but I didn't hear nobody pray. When I heard the wreck on the highway, I knew what it was from the start. When I reached the scene of destruction, this image was stamped on my heart. Well, there was blood and whiskey together, mixed in the glass where they lay, where death played her hand in destruction, but I didn't hear nobody pray. Well, I didn't hear nobody pray, dear brother, I didn't hear nobody pray. When I heard a wreck on the highway, I didn't hear nobody pray. Well, I wish I could change this sad story. that I'm not telling to you. But there's no way I could change it, 'cause two people's lives are now through, where their souls have been called by the Master, 'cause they died in a wreck on the way. Well, I could hear the moans of the dying, but I didn't hear nobody pray. Well, I didn't hear nobody pray, dear brother. I didn't hear nobody pray. When I heard a wreck on the highway, but I didn't hear nobody pray. Well, there was blood and whiskey together, mixed in the glass where they lay. Well, I heard a wreck on the highway, but I didn't hear nobody pray. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Pearl Works. We'll see you again soon.